Yo, it feel like 95. Sachi on my body. Biggie, Jigger, Puffy.
Welcome back to Visionary Movements. LLC presents the podcast Who Cares. Today is July the 20th, 2018. And we're here live in the Library, Cafe, and Wine and Bar. Did I say it right, T?
Yeah.
What is it again? Say it again.
That's what it is. The Library, Cafe, Wine and Bar.
The Library.
Wine Bar. And Wine Bar.
The Library, Cafe, and Wine Bar.
There we go.
Today is Friday, ladies and gentlemen, Houston, Texas. Let me start the episode off by saying my name is John Ross. And to my immediate left, we got the lovely Toccara Taylor in the building. And across from T. Melly, first time guest to the show. Family, sister, we got Contrina Jala Jenkins. What's going on?
Hey, how y'all doing?
We're good. Speak up to that mic, man.
Okay.
Man, it feels good to be back, T. How you?
It does. I'm good. You know, I'm moving through this thing called life.
Oh, you know that. No doubt. Jayla, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing real good, man. It's been a long time coming, man. We had to switch up the format, and we had to get right, man, because too many errors over where we were before. So it's just a blessing to be here, and it's a blessing to do it our way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Houston, Texas, protocol being established. You can check us all out, all the previous episodes of Who Cares and the vlog, everything at visionarymovements.com. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at johnjack_ and VM_LLC, and make sure that you order your Lutz tea whenever you get a second. But I want to personally introduce my sister, big sister, an inspiration to me, somebody who exemplifies loyalty to the T. And Jayla, what we like to do on the episode, what I like to do on the episode is for every guest that comes on, we like to present something to them. And I started off at episode 11 saying that when we got everything in order, which everything has started to come in order, that we were going to start to present something to our features. So to you, my sister, my family, I give you this Lutz tea, the black version of it, and appreciate you, your support and all the opportunities that you've given me thus far.
Thank you. You know I'm wearing this tomorrow.
Oh, no doubt. You know, I got one on every day. I got so many shirts, man. It's I don't even have any other thing in my wardrobe anymore.
Oh, wow.
That's all I wear. That's all I
That's
wear.
true, because every time I see you,
Yeah.
you got one on.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, just to piggyback on that, man, it's been a blessing. Me and wifey, we got together and we started paying some debt back, and in paying debt back, we were able to. Money freed up, so I was able to do a lot other things, and you know, it's been a blessing, man. So I have more opportunities and everything to just you know, put money other places rather. But tell us about you, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Just living life.
Okay, so
Stuff happen.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna start it off like this. What side of town you on? Where'd you go to school at? And bring us up to the point where you met Toccara and myself.
Okay, I live on the north side.
Okay.
North side.
North side.
Okay.
And
The
me and
north.
Toccara went to Big Ike, Eisenhower High
Okay.
School.
Okay.
Swoop.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Let's see. I met you in Toccara we already established that about how many years ago?
Well, it was like
years?
7 to 8 years ago.
7 to 8
years ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
both came out and auditioned for Love Is.
Mm.
And we've been family ever since.
Yep.
You know, T, the thing I've always admired about Jayla, I've always loved about her is, like I said earlier, the loyalty part, the loyalty aspect of it. Coming from where I came from, man, that experience, you know, you know, Jayla, that experience right there really just taught me a lot moving forward. And Jayla's always given me the opportunity to make money and shine, and also, you know, see how family treats family.
Yeah.
So we started off. Tell her where we started off at, man, in that first joint. You ain't
Okay.
gotta say no names, but you know we started off there, and you were pregnant at the time with
Was
Kayla.
I
Yeah.
Yeah, when we first met.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
first met you at a audition for another production,
Mm-hmm.
and I was huge. I was big and
No,
pretty.
no, not really. Not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
You just being nice. I was big. I was big. Yeah, you came out and audition, and I remembered your audition. I think you came in and you did a audition when you read All of Our Minds.
That was my improv.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was. It was your improv. It
I was
funny.
young. I was a young gunner, young and hungry then.
And Toccara came in and saved the day when we had lost one of the actors, and you came in and did a one-on-one audition. You came to my house. I remember that. Yeah.
You know, Jayla, I always told Toccara and I told Mario T that when Toccara first stepped in the building, I had to elevate my game because I felt like from the very first time I interacted with her on scene, I felt like she was blowing me out the water.
Yeah.
So
She was.
so I had
Oh
to
my
step
God.
I had to step my weight up, man, and ever since then, me and Melly just been family too, man. Houston, Texas. It's a family affair
Yeah.
today, man. It's a family affair. So what's going on, man? Talk to us.
Well, we did the Love Is project. We did the play, and then we turned it into a movie, and we ended up getting a distribution deal with Maverick Entertainment. So that should be finished soon. They make you do a lot of paperwork. So now we're working on a different production, Pipe Dreams, a new movie, independent movie.
Okay. Before we get off into that, I have a clip. All right, and let's go ahead and look at this clip right quick.
Okay.
There are only three things in this world I care about: family, respect, and my music. I do whatever I gotta do to take care of my family.
So you just gonna push dope forever? Big brother, you know there ain't no retirement plans for drug
You see,
dealers.
music give me this peace. It's like my escape from this crazy world. I'm a hustler. My right hand, that's Jax. We've been in the dope game so long, I don't even remember what it feel like not to be in it. Jax, he more than just my best friend. He like my brother. We different, but we click. I'm fire, he's wind, and when you combine those two forces of nature together,
Oh man. So I remember, so like I said about Jayla Loyalty, man, now that the movie's almost wrapped up and we are getting ready to premiere it on Thursday the 26th, my audition was so terrible.
What?
It was terrible.
Man, you don't have bad auditions. What are you talking about?
Man, you know what? And I realized around that time period, before that one, I'd had a few auditions that I had gotten through Actors Access. And I had said to myself, you know what, JR, it's time to take some audition courses. You know what I'm saying? Because, and what I can accredit it to was that my mind was all over the place. You know, getting married and trying to stack these change, these coins. So my mind was all over the place. And so when I finally got a grasp of the script, I hadn't thoroughly digested it, man. I was out of there, man. It was embarrassing. I was embarrassed. But Jayla came through.
Oh my God.
She came through in the clutch, man, and gave me a spot, man. When she said that, Jayla, the beautiful thing about Jayla is that she was like, well, you know, John Jack, we're gonna give you a part, and it's not a big part, but, and I was like, you know what, stop right there. I greatly appreciate it, man, because my audition I know was trash. I was in there, and I think like it was one of those auditions from my perspective where if it was somebody else, they would have been like, you know what, just we'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
It was one of
We'll
those,
keep in
man.
touch.
So talk to us about the movie, man. Talk to us about your inspiration behind it, how it came about, and the differences that you found between Love Is and Pipe Dreams.
Okay. Well, Love Is and Pipe Dreams, I'm going to start right there. It's two totally different movies. Love Is more of a romantic drama comedy. Pipe Dreams, for lack of a better word, is a hood movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a urban crime drama.
Mm-hmm.
So what inspired me to do Pipe Dreams is I had a friend named Daveon Pennington. He had came to see one of the plays, and he was like, "Oh, that's cool." And he had saw Love Is. He was like, "I like that, but is that all you can do?" So being a Leo, you don't like to be challenged. So I was like, "Okay, let me see if I could do this." And I did some Googling. I realized that there isn't really many women that write those type of films. So I got inspired by just listening to his stories and got the idea from him. We went from there.
Okay, so it's I'm so excited to see it. So you said it's a crime. What?
It's an urban crime drama. It's about two best friends, Legacy and Jax. They're in the drug game. Legacy feels like it's time to get out, and his only outlet is his music.
Okay.
So he comes to like a crossroads, and he decides that the life that he's living is more, he was just thrown into that life to provide for his family, and it's time for something different.
Okay. The part I played in it, I talked about this in my vlog in this previous episode, was a very familiar part for me. I've been at a crossroads in the music management field where you deal with somebody who's not that serious or doesn't want it as much as you want it, and you're trying to provide that opportunity for somebody to change their lives. You know what I'm saying? And what I found out from that experience is that no matter how hungry you are, because I was super. I'm talking about for one kid I took on a Black History Month college tour, and we went to SFA, we went to SAM, we went to UHD, we went to TSU and U of H, and I think that the only thing that I could have done differently in that experience was have bread behind it, because when you're dealing with money, well, people don't really just they can't come up with excuses.
Yeah.
So I think that was the only difference that I could have given to the situation. But I realized, man, that sometimes people just they take it for granted when you're investing so much in somebody, and they don't have the same value or work ethic that you do. They take it for granted, and I just had to walk away from it because it was becoming stressful. My skin was changing colors, and it was an experience, man. It was crazy. So when does the movie premiere, and how much are tickets, and where can people get them from?
It comes out July 26th, this Thursday. It's going to be at River Oaks Theater. The tickets are $20 pre-sale, $25 at the door. You could go to www.jalaworld.com and get your tickets.
Are any proceeds going anywhere?
I want to, the guy that was involved in the movie, Daveon Pennington, he recently passed away. He committed suicide on Christmas Eve. I want to donate some of the money towards his family. Okay, T, what's going on, man?
Man, I'm doing my thing. I'm interested in I'm gonna be in the house. Like, I'm definitely gonna be there.
I already got that ticket sold up, Jay.
Me and the hubby will be in the house. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring Talib along. Is it safe for kids to come? He's 9.
It just depends on how you look at it. It is like,
is it something that I can use as a teachable moment?
You could use it as a teachable moment.
Okay.
Long you don't mind the language.
No.
Because it's like, I would say it's like a PG-13.
Okay.
Strong language.
Okay.
No nudity and
okay. That was
my
my next question.
You definitely can teach them some things.
Okay. Yeah. See, and that's the thing. Like when I was little, my mom would actually let me listen to Notorious Big's album, like Life After Death, and so there were certain things. Y'all know that album. It's certain things on that album that my mom was like, okay, see, now that's why you don't want to do that because, right. So it was always a teachable moment. So things like that, I'm trying to.
Yeah, I think it would definitely be good for him to see it because you have like different aspects in the movie.
Right.
You have the faith side, the religious side.
Right.
That you could talk to him about living in that world, that fast life, the things that happen that comes with that fast life, and the value of family.
Okay.
And being creative and believing in yourself.
Okay.
So it's definitely a couple of lessons in there.
Okay, cool. Well, all 3 of us will be in the house. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, all 4 of us, because I have a new baby. I mean, I may have to nurse him, but, we'll work that out.
You'll work it out. We'll get one of them
little wraps.
Yeah.
Yo, Toccara is such a trooper when it comes to bringing Jamal around, man. last episode, she had Jamal and she was nurturing while I'm setting everything up, and then she passed him off to Talib, and Talib was cuddling him. It was a beautiful thing. Maybe we'll put that picture on the episode so people can see it.
Child, he is so funny.
How old is he now?
He is 6 months, 6.5 months now. Real funny stuff. But man, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. I know it's gonna be big because I was a part of Love Is. I was a part of Love Is the play and Love Is the movie, and you know, working with people that are in the circle of entertainment and all of that, it's hard to find people that you're really comfortable with working around. You always feel like you have to be on. And so it was times, I'm one of those people, I know it's off subject, but it's on subject. I'm one of those people that just can't fall asleep around anybody, but because I was so comfortable around them, we'd have to get up so early in the morning to start shooting. And so,
round of applause for that.
right. So, I mean, I'm with it. So if I'm still a mom, so I had Talib at the time. So I'm handling Talib. I go to bed like around 9, 10 o'clock, have to wake up at 3 o'clock to be in. I think that was Clear Lake we had to shoot in.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Child, whatever. I'm one of those people, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Okay, I ain't got time to be sleepy. I ain't got time.
What scene was in Clear Lake?
When
When
Jade and Kennedy
Oh,
got into it
At the boutique.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Child, whatever. I don't have time to be sleepy. So I drove there. I got there. I fell asleep in the back. It was like, Toccara, your scene up. Okay.
Round of applause for that too.
I mean, like, you have to do it. But that was the thing. Like, it was so, comfortable, and everybody was professional and everything. Like, I was able to get my little cat nap in, and then I was on. But once I'm on, like, I don't come back down from that. I'm good. But, I mean, it was a good experience. So knowing Jayla and how she puts elements into the movies and into her plays and the way she writes. First of all, let me back up. The table read, though. When we did the table read of the script, we was like, oh, like everybody, certain parts, oh, that's going to be good. Okay, so what's going to happen?
Was I there at that one?
Yes.
Okay. Man,
And
my memory
we would
escapes me.
stop and we would ask questions like, but how's she gonna do that? What's gonna happen? She's like, you gotta keep reading.
Round of applause for that one too.
But like Jayla, for a fact, like this movie coming up, Pipe Dreams, is going to be amazing. I haven't seen it. I've only seen the preview, but I can't wait because you're such a talented writer. Everything that you fathom, and it's crazy because I'm creative too, but I can never put anything on paper or anything because I can't make my mind up. But she has the ability to make her mind up, and then that's what it's gonna be, and it turns out beautifully. So I highly recommend y'all come out, see your girl at the spots River Oaks movie theater.
Oaks Theater,
Right.
off West Gray.
West Gray.
Shepherd and West Gray, or Wall and West Gray.
It's a
Make
historic
that right
movie
off the
theater.
wall.
It's really, really nice. It's really, really nice.
So let me ask you, Jayla, because I'm a writer too myself, and I found that the best scripts are from personal experiences. Take us through the process of putting together your thoughts, coming up with a thought, putting it on paper, and then revising it, editing it, and then moving forward.
Well, my imagination is like super crazy. So a lot of the stuff that I write is like, it's the truth mixed with some make-believe. So first thing I come up with, I'm infatuated with people's names. So I come up with names first. I come up with the names and then the setting and just, watching people just develop the ideas. And then after I do all that, then I start developing the story, typing it up. And then after I finish like the first draft, I usually give it to Vincent Johnson, who's a part of Jayla World Production.
Black Blues.
And
Okay.
Vincent usually just like, nah, yeah, or whatever. You need to write some more, sis. We'll go from there. And then with Pipe Dreams, what I did, because it was something like totally different, and I don't really, I have very little exposure to that world. I gave it to a lot of guys that I know had either lived that life or been exposed to that life, and they read it.
Okay.
And
So
then
you-
you just go from there.
So you come up with the name first. Okay. Do you normally pick like the plot, or does the plot come from people that you've known in the past?
Both.
Okay.
Both. So like with Pipe Dreams, talking to Daveon, knowing like his life story, he was just telling me different stories, different scenarios that he had been through. I started like, okay, piecing it all together. And then I pieced it together, and then I took some stuff like I might have seen on TV or a conversation that I had with someone else and just build one big story on.
Okay. Okay. No, I mean, for me, normally, I think when we came about Grussel Diaries was extremely personal for us. It was strictly about the story of actors trying to get to the next level, and the factor of getting from one point to the next point was that personal relationship outside of the craft.
Right.
So although you always want to, act and do what you desire to do, you still have your personal side that you have to account for. And I actually, where did you write Pipe Dreams at? Where'd you write it at? Did you write it at the house?
At home, at work,
Okay.
where I was supposed to be working.
Okay. I wrote Grussel Diaries in the car delivering pizzas. Wrote the first season that way.
Domino's, right?
I mean, the hustle's real, man.
Yeah.
Shit, the hustle is real. So let's get into another clip. Okay. What clip we gonna show this time?
This time we're going to show Legacy, the introduction to Legacy and Jax.
Okay. Okay.
Bruh, is you almost done? Man, we gonna miss everything. Come on, Legacy. I know you and God cool, but man, nigga trying to go to the club.
I can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens me. Amen. I don't disrespect my time with God, man. Can't a man pray in peace?
Yeah, but can you do that on your own time? Man, nigga trying to go to the club. I need to unwind, man. I'm sure Jesus will understand if you could cut it short just a little bit. I don't understand why you pray anyway. Don't change anything.
A man without faith is a man that's lost.
Man, I'm ready to drink, get to partying, and meet some hoes. Let's bounce.
Chase, we ain't gonna realize, man. There's more to life than just the club. Look, with faith, there are no questions. Without faith, there are no answers.
Man, I am not trying to hear your damn philosophy quotes tonight. Let's go.
So, clip was nice.
Thank you.
I found this year alone, I found that you can't do it alone.
That's true.
I've talked to Toccara on a couple occasions, and we've had our personal conversations about just moving forward, what we would like to do with the show, and I realized through many arguments with my wife, actually, that
Don't that sound good to say with your wife? With your wife.
through many arguments with my wife, that sometimes you need a creative structure around you. So my mission now is to make people become creative. Like, you got it in you. What is it that you want to say? What is it that you want to tell? Are you coming up with everything by yourself, or do you have people in certain places that help you bring your vision to life?
I definitely have people in certain places. I have a great team. We have Courtney Elaine. She helped develop the settings, how the whole look, the visual look of what I want to go for. And me, Courtney, and Vincent been working together since 2010, since the very beginning. And Vincent, he deals with the actors. He's the acting coach and the casting director. He knows how to bring out any kind of emotion. So we have them. And then I also partner with I Do Media, which is B. Kelly and PA. They wonderful.
Yeah, they do.
They wonderful.
They
They
are.
could just they
Round of
keep it
applause for them.
real.
They're so much fun.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great team.
I had an experience with Vincent one time. And Vincent always said that he had loved my voice, and I went to his apartment one time for just a one-on-one training, and I think Ian was there at the time too. And Vincent is not a person that you can easily convince. But he had me do one exercise one time, and he was sold. It's just so that he's so much into the poetry aspect of things that we really couldn't continue on our relationship with the whole training. But I definitely love the fact that he doesn't bend corners for you.
No, he don't. He don't.
He's gonna tell you what it is from the gate. Okay, so on a more serious note, you said earlier that the movie is dedicated to Daveon. What's his last name again? Pennington's family. I was having a discussion with my wife yesterday, and we were talking about one of her patients who had tried to commit, who had tried to hurt themselves. And I asked her if mental illness, how did I phrase it? I think I said, was mental illness, are people that so prime example, in the acting community, about a couple of years ago, it was one actor, Hoffman, passed away. Then you remember the kid from Glee, Corey Monteith or whatever his name is. He passed away. He committed suicide. And then the kid from Jet Jackson, he committed suicide. Right. So I pose a question. Are people that are mentally ill the ones that are ending their lives sooner, or is it something deeper?
I definitely think it's something deeper. Like with in Daveon's case, I really can't really go into too many details about that, but I think he suffered from depression and just life. Life just, every time he thought he was getting ahead, life was pushing him 5 steps back. And he just was such a passionate, sensitive person. And none of us knew. None of us knew that this is the way he was feeling. I talked to him like every day. And I always say, "You okay?" "I'm good. I'm good." So when I found out, it was just like, I was confused. Yeah, real confused.
Well, you talking about after the fact. Yeah.
But it was definitely suffering from depression. And I think sometimes, especially as Black people, we don't talk about our feelings. Right.
I've thought that same thing too. I've thought the same thing.
Yeah, I feel like we, especially Black men, I feel like we taught to stuff our emotions, keep them buried, grin and bear it, just keep going through life, and that's not a good thing. Yeah. And, everybody have limits.
That's true.
T, how are you?
I'm good. I mean, I'm just wanting to know more about, Daveon. Like, it sounds like he was a big inspiration for the film.
He is. His music is in the film.
Oh, good.
So the lead character, Legacy, that's his music that you hear. Very talented, passion, funny, didn't play no games.
Right.
Gave you the truth all the time, whether you wanted to hear it or not.
Right.
Tough love, just an amazing person.
Right.
And he was very, very spiritual.
Right.
Very, like, a godly man. So he was just, he meant a lot to me. We met here in Houston. He's from Chicago. So we met when he moved here. And we just, like, over time, we just connected. And I met him at a time in my life when I really needed somebody that was going to be loyal back to me. Yeah. So we were
that
good
word
for
again.
each other.
Yeah.
One time for that word, man. Round of applause for the word loyalty, man.
Loyalty goes a long way.
Yeah.
So he moved back to Chicago in April. And we still stayed extremely close. And he died on Christmas Eve.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's something. And that's the thing. Like, I always tell people, because I cruise around online, and so I'll see people say, "Oh, my, so and so says that they're gonna, if I don't come back to them, they're gonna, kill themselves, or they're gonna do this, or they're gonna do that." And I'm like, people who actually plan on doing something like that, don't tell anybody, because they don't want anybody to stop them. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I feel like, in order, like you said, you brought up a really good point of Black people really not talking about their feelings. I feel like we've, in a lot of ways, been disconnected from being allowed to have feelings. Like, you're not allowed to feel. You're not allowed to have an issue. You need to just deal with it. Yeah. And that's always, it hasn't always been that way, but up until a certain point in history, it's become that way. We need a circle of elders that allow us to come to them for counsel. Because a lot of us don't like going to counseling. A lot of counselors don't look like us. Yeah. And it's difficult for a counselor. I mean, of course, they have their profession, and you can study something from a medical standpoint, but you can't relate to me if you don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a lot of Black counselors, and there are some. There's a great number of them, but there's not a lot. And I feel like that would help as well. It's okay to go and just vent. You don't even have to call it a counseling session. Just call it a venting session is what it should be. And just go and vent. If not that, then there should be a circle of elders that you should be able to go to for a counsel and just talk to and listen to what they have to say. And I feel like more than anything, some people just want to be heard but don't know how to say
that
without, because they worry about sounding crazy or sounding like, okay, well, they're not going to get me or whatever. Say what you got to say, whatever. If they don't get it, they just don't get it, whatever. At least you get it out. But that's the main thing. So, but out of that tragic situation came this art piece that we're all going to get a chance to consume because he was such a big inspiration for it. So through this piece that Jayla has created, we are still, he's still in that. So he lives on. Yeah. And that's the beautiful thing.
That's what I wanted, to honor him. And he has kids, so I want his kids to be able to, see that
a piece of him.
Yeah, a piece of him and see what their dad did.
And this is the best piece of him too. So yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, this is so nice.
Just to speak on the whole mortality and fatality part of the things, I just recently lost my line brother who was murdered on the 27th of June. And it brought a lot of questions to me. One of the questions was change. How do you think that Daveon changed your life?
Man, I know I'll never be the same again. He made me value life more, pay more attention. He was always on me about certain things. He taught me to be more open because sometimes I kind of shut down. I don't want to hear other people's opinions sometimes. He taught me how to love and be loyal to someone. Yeah. Just from small things to big things. So I know, like, it'll never be the same again.
Yeah.
Before we wrap that up, I want to give him a moment of silence. Just his presence created a masterpiece in my eyes. I still can run through my lines like it was nothing yesterday. So I want to give him a moment of silence, and everybody who has been slain or murdered in the last, week or so, month or so. So, Jayla, I want to say personally thank you. I don't think that I've said thank you enough because in many ways you had jump-started my career as an actor. I know my mom, like it's something special. Like, first of all, Toccara and I differ in this way. Toccara has always told me that she hates watching herself. Me, that's how I study. I love, if it's somebody that I idolize, and I'm not going to say I idolize myself, but I like to see myself in that lane. I love to watch myself over and over again on film. And just to be able to go in the closet or go in the car, go into the seat and grab that DVD with you on with you on the cover and look at yourself in a moment in time when you've been dreaming about all your life, to give it to your mother, your godmother, your mother-in-law, and say, yo, I appreciate all your love and support for just being there. I greatly appreciate you for that opportunity. Like I said, like we have this social media group that we talk on all the time. And I've told you then, I'll say it again, man, you changed my life for the better. I'm talking about professional-wise, you know what I'm saying? I'm just
taking nothing away from Miss Kizzy.
Oh, yeah, the love of my life. She...
That's the love of your life.
She sometimes she'll be the one to tell me, listen, you can't do it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to open up and you got to be willing to take criticism, and that I consciously carry. But to you, man, my friend, my sister, I'm indebted to you. I really appreciate just the opportunity that you've given me financially and opportunity-wise.
Now you know I'm a crybaby.
Go and drop them tears on Who Cares.
I got on lashes, so I'm really trying not to.
So let me close off that with a quote that I found.
Wait, before you do your quote, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Okay. I know, Daveon passed, and then you spoke about your line brother. I had a really, really close cousin to me that was also, who was part of the lodge. Well, is it right to say part of the lodge? He was a Mason.
He's a Mason.
He was amazing. His name was Derrick Gatlin. His name is Derrick Gatlin, and he was a barber since he was like 18 years old, and he actually had his birthday would have been the following Friday, but he passed in June, but his birthday was gonna be June 22nd, and so he passed right before his birthday, and had 3 children, a wife, and just amazing guy. That was a place we would go and have Super Bowl parties or somebody's birthday. It was just amazing. And of course, people pass from different ways. I mean, you can take your own life, somebody can take your life, or it can be a health issue. And with him, it was a health issue. Sort of like, I mean, it was an unhealthy lifestyle, unhealthy diet, and all of that. And of course, we all, like my family, we love to eat. Like, half the family's from East Texas, the other half of my family's from Louisiana. So all of that cooking and, you know, and you get used to
bacon
it.
grease.
Right. And, right. You get a whooping if you throw that grease away.
Oh, man. We got a jar in the house right now.
Right. But,
Bacon
I mean,
fat.
at the end of the day, a lot of these ingredients are not what they used to be. So you can't eat the way, you know, you can say, oh, my grandmother ate this or ate that, and she's just fine. It wasn't the same. So you have to take care of yourself mentally. You have to look out for yourself, be observant, and you have to look out as far as your health-wise, what you put into your body. So I do want to say that. So all 3 of us have had a loss that's been near and dear to us. So, yeah. So rest in peace, Derrick Gatlin.
Rest in peace to you, man. At last, my brother Small B. Let me wrap this whole thing up with saying this. Most people most people miss great opportunities because of their misperception of time. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. By Stephen C. Hogan.
That's deep.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you a question, man, and I don't want to sound like it's hate. Are you familiar with the term self-made? Yeah. Self-made. You familiar with the term, T? Now, I know T finna go off. Round of applause for T, because she finna go off. I've been trying recently on Facebook to keep people abreast of what's going on in society. So on Facebook, I've been afforded the opportunity through different apps to get certain information. Maybe, and it's not like I'm getting this check to do it. It's more of like I've subscribed to these certain things, and so I'll get these notices and stuff like that. And the notice that I kind of just was like, nah, man. I mean, so in society, I heard that Kylie Jenner is on her way to being a billionaire. A self-made billionaire.
I didn't know where this was going until now.
Your thoughts?
We just can't say the N word, right? Because, you know, I don't say that in real life. Can I? What am I allowed to say? Y'all cover y'all's baby's ears, please.
Let me take this shit first. I don't think she's a self-made billionaire. Somebody like Jay-Z, Diddy, Rick Ross. I mean, despite those avenues, and you know, for me personally, I feel that, you know, I'm looking for the billion. Okay, let's look at like Beyonce, self-made billionaire. All right, but I think that they use that term wrong. I think that that silver spoon, you know, that silver spoon gave her opportunities that other people would never have. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let's go to Jayla first.
Just let it fester.
All thing I'm going to say is, no, I don't think she's a self-made
Billionaire.
She piggybacked off of her family name.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to say that I don't really follow them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what all they do. So I'm not going to say she didn't put any work in, but I'm not going to say she's self-made.
Mm.
And then the other thing I want to say is I don't really actually, I think the term self-made, self means you alone by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone did it alone. Somewhere along the line you had a team, you had a person that did something for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if it was just one person, that person helped put you in the right direction to come into your own.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like the term self-made.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Toccara.
I feel like that's some bullshit. First of all,
Round of applause for that. Let me hit this air horn too.
listen, okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Self-made is synonymous to when people say you pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Yes, there was somebody that can help foster you into that right direction, but because your daddy helped to get off a well-known African-American who's not black.
That's not her father.
No,
Her
no,
father.
no. I'm sorry. No. Her sister's daddy.
Okay.
Her sister.
Because her father was an Olympian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her
Well, hold on, T. Cause
her mother was an Olympian.
No, her father.
Her mother.
Yo.
Her new mother.
She's telling the truth, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So
Oh man.
her sisters, her siblings, older siblings, father got off a well-known African-American football player who's not actually African-American. He's OJ.
We talked about that on our podcast.
Your sister slept with an African-American artist, Ray J, and her sex tape went viral. Your sisters mimicked African features by getting implants in their bodies to make them appear more ethnic or more to the African side, and you followed in pursuit of that, and for that you gained your audience from that. You ain't no self-made nothing. And then had girls up here sucking their lips into shot glasses because after she got her lips filled, she didn't want to admit to it. She, I was playing around with some friends and I just sucked my lips into. I don't know if y'all remember that.
No, I don't remember that.
It was all on the news. Y'all, some of y'all remember. Girls was sucking their lips into the little shot glasses and their lips was super huge. At the end of the day, you're not self-made, especially if you put up a GoFundMe account. She just put up a GoFundMe account to help me get to my billionaire status, and people was actually doing it. And you have so many people who are actually doing real things, and they actually put GoFundMe accounts up. They put Indigo accounts up and all of that stuff, and people have the tendency to sit there and ignore it. But you want to fund this chick only because she didn't she has purchased her African features. She has arm candy of African American rappers. Didn't she just say that she regretted having the baby of being pregnant by one of them? Or so? Who is it that she's pregnant by?
You talking about? She said that about Travis Scott?
She was regretting being pregnant by him, and she wanted to be pregnant by Tyga.
Oh well, you know what? I mean, you know what? Look. I will say that to this. Listen, Tyga had been with her for a while, and he did his due diligence in terms of not doing illegal stuff with the young lady. I mean, he did his due diligence, but I mean, hey.
How old is she?
She should be
Just turned 18 or 19 or
No.
something?
She's a little older than
Is
that
she?
now. She's a little older than that now. She might be 20 now, maybe.
Whatever.
Let me look
Whatever.
that up. Hold on,
She's
let me
not
look that up.
self-made at all. She's not at all. She's the equivalent of George Bush, who's not self-made because his daddy became president first. So because we already had the exposure of Daddy Bush, then people were already familiar with Baby Bush.
Mm-hmm.
So same thing. People are already familiar with the Kardashian clan, and now the antics of they new mama, and now she comes along with her makeup brand. You do know that there are other black women who have makeup lines that a lot of y'all aren't supporting, but y'all will flock to Kylie Jenner stuff. You have Rihanna's line, Fenty. You have Iman's line that's been out forever.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
I mean,
Air horn. Speak on it.
She was one of the first to cater to black women.
Speak on it.
Iman really captured our complexions, and she should have been the billionaire with this makeup line or whatever. Then Kylie Jenner had the nerve to kind of, I feel like it was more of a mimic to put Tupac and Biggie on shirts and stuff. Do y'all remember that? It wasn't too long ago. Why are you, this ain't even your arena. I'm sorry, I digress. I want y'all to know I'm not hating on the girl because that's not what it is. It's more of a how dare you type situation. And then it's more of a how dare y'all to even create that narrative for her to float on some more. So, I mean, and it's not all y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just, I'm speaking generally. I just know that's some bullshit.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
I always can count on my girl T Mella to come through with the real.
She gonna give it real.
Listen, songs of the week. So let me explain this to Jayla right quick, T. So what we do is during the segment of songs of the week, we like to give songs that are either on our minds right now or that we've heard in the last, week or so. Songs of the week. So, T, you want to go first, or should I go first?
I'll go first. And this is like a lot of people probably can't relate to this, and this is like a Toccara fun fact. But I love New Orleans jazz music, and so I'll listen to Satchmo, Louis Armstrong. So La Vie en Rose.
Okay.
I love that song. So
what's the translation of that?
Life is a rose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, Jayla, you want to go? You want me to go? So
You can go.
Okay. So for me, I've been all over the place with music lately. Okay, and I'm gonna go from J Rock's new LP. I'm gonna go OSOM, Out of Sight, Out of Mind, featuring J. Cole. And I was debating this when I drove to my mother's house this morning. I'm gonna go Jay-Z and Beyonce for a change. Black Effect.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with, I hope I say her name right. Her name is Kiana Lede. It's a song called Choose Me. And it has this one lyric that says, "You held me together even when you was in pieces." So it's a beautiful song.
Air horn for that. Jesus. Round of applause for that. Jesus.
I found it on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
And then Ella May has a new song called Naked.
Is it off the same LP or is
I
it?
believe so.
Okay.
And my best friend, who knows absolutely nothing about music,
Okay.
told me about that one.
Okay.
And that one is just talking about seeing someone for the real.
Okay.
Like, without the makeup, without all the baggage, just for seeing people
Naked.
for how they are.
Okay. Okay.
I like it.
Okay. Anything else, ladies?
Come out and support us on July 26th.
Yes.
Let me do that drop for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, Houston, Texas, Thursday, July the 26th, 2018 at 7 p.m. at River Oaks Theater off of West Gray. My sister will be dropping her second independent film entitled Pipe Dreams. I will be in it. She's the director, the writer. Come out and support us, man, please. This is a great movie, and I'm super proud of my big sister for continuing to chase the dream.
All right now.
T.
Shout out to Super. She has a new makeup line. I just thought about that.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you already know the tags. Oh, Jayla, social media tags.
Oh, Jayla World, Jala World.
Okay, Jayla World on Instagram.
On Instagram
Do you
and
tweet?
on Facebook. No.
You don't tweet.
I couldn't really get into that one.
Okay. It's 140. They've increased the characters.
They did. I think they doubled it, right?
They
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. For me, you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at JohnJack_VM_LLC. The website's the same, visionarymovements.com. Get your Lutz tea whenever you can. Send us an email at visionarymovementsllc@gmail.com. And ladies and gentlemen, Houston, Texas, it feels good to be back and in a more permanent way. Me and T Melly gonna be dropping these joints off in your lap every week. Come out and support us on Thursday. Yo, get ready for this. This is dropping Monday, man. We love y'all. Y'all be blessed.
Sachi on my body. Biggie,
Stay
jigger, puppy, all that ballin' is a hobby. And I'm wildin' in my wallies, and them valleys, no Pilates. More way, get you more wet. Nah, that's the Spumante. My crystal ball, I see crystal. I crystal y'all with that. I saw the sign like Ace of Spades. That Ace of Spades get cracked. I'm like, cheers to the money guys. The Willie niggas who buy them bottles and then they spill these liquors. Yo, salute my dude. I see you, dog. 5 bottles, 1 dick. Why I need 2 bras? I know I'm out of line, but love is shower time. You know it rose rain when your cloud is 9. Get off that high ass hussy. This a private party. Been on my dick too long. Your breath on private party. You gon' be nice or naughty. These walls on priceless Audi. This the upper crust. Fuck is up. Over.